Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'm giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual here on the channel, well again it was another good day really. We had a winner at 16 to 1 where we got the earlier price, and it was really well backed in the end. The horse that won for us, Bubble Emerald. I believe its final SP was something like 6 to 1, but when I was telling you guys about it last night, it was at 16 to 1, so I don't know if it was me, but I also saw a few other pundits put it up last night as well, and obviously there was a lot of market support behind it, and it was a really nice front running performance in the end, and I'm really pleased we got that one at 16 to 1 to keep our good form going. Away from the winner, we still had two good places. We had a Vindicator, which we managed to get a 6 to 1 last night. That went off at 4 to 1, but it was a nice gritty performance to finish in second place, continuing its good form this season. And then the other one we went for was Persead. That we got that 8 to 1, and I think it was like 17 to 2 final SP in the end, so there wasn't much of a difference, but still it was a nice performance. I thought it was going to have a chance to win the race, but the horse that won that, I think it was called Deeker, that was actually a really nice ride in the end by the conditional jockey Ross Chapman, so I'm not complaining too much. And then our nap, actually, unfortunately, I'm not going to blame it too much. It did fall halfway around, so it's always going to be hard to tell if it would have featured in the race. It was Weston Miller at Sedgefield, but the Skelton runner Cobra Demai won that in the end, and that was good for us anyway, because I have mentioned a few times on these vlogs that I have done a bet for Dan Skelton to become champion trainer this season, and Harry the same, but to be the jockey champion for this season, and I did it very early anti-post when the season really just got going. I got Harry at 50 to 1 and Dan at 40 to 1, so they're not doing too badly at the moment. I think out of the two, Dan is more likely to be champion trainer than Harry being champion jockey, but obviously there could be still a lot of things that could change with a lot more racing really to get underway. Like I said, it's been quite light really, the ability of horses this season so far, obviously because of the summer, and normally in the summer the national hunt scene kind of takes a back seat, but I love national hunt racing really. It's probably my preferable side of racing out of the two, and I just can't really wait soon until we get more stuck into the good proper racing where all the good top horses start coming back in, and they are, I've noticed, filtering back in, and hopefully they can prove and live up to the excitement that is national hunt racing. Anyway, enough of what we've done today. I'm going to be giving you some more each way Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. Also, just want to say I won't be doing a lot for tomorrow as well, because I've mentioned a couple of times actually there hasn't been much that's been taking my fancy the last couple of days, and I don't fancy loads tomorrow, so I've just kept it short and sweet to an each way Lucky 15 tomorrow. But I am hoping that maybe later on in the week, I know we've got some better races coming up later on in the week, we might be doing a lot again on our Twitter feed there, so check us out on Twitter at Lucky15 if you don't do so already. But anyway, enough of me waffling on. Our first selection I'm going to be giving you for tomorrow is at Nottingham, where they've actually got quite a good card on tomorrow in the 325, and the horse I'm going for here is going to be our Longshot for tomorrow. Hopefully we can continue our good Longshot form. It's called Shania Says. It's around about 12 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Tony Carroll, and Manuel Fernandez will be taking the ride tomorrow, who's a conditional jockey taking £5 off. I've been impressed with this young jockey. I believe he's been riding quite well of late, and I thought he was not a bad jockey booking tomorrow. This horse has been very consistent this season, often makes the frame quite a lot of times, and he's also had a couple of wins under his belt as well. He also doesn't mind a bit of cut in the ground, and his third at Goodwood last time was a very creditable performance, running against some really good rated horses, and I thought off the mark he was racing off tomorrow. 71 with the £5 claim that kind of makes him rated 66 tomorrow. I thought he was very well handicapped in this company, and he could take another progressive step. So that's going to be our long shot for tomorrow. Shania Says in the 325 at Nottingham. Our second selection sees us go to the only jumps fixture on the card tomorrow. It's at Bangor on D, and we're going for a horse here. I hope I can pronounce it right. It's called Cuirasser Dempire. It's currently, like I said, 9-4 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Tom George, and Adrian Heskin will be taking the ride tomorrow. These are normally a good combination. Tom George hasn't had too many runners, I believe, recently, but when he does send them out, they tend to run normally quite well, and I thought this horse could have a lot more improvement to come. It's only 5 years old, and it won very well last time out. I believe it was on its chase debut, and I thought there could be a lot more to come from this horse. I think it could be quite an exciting prospect, and the way that it won, like I said, at Worcester last time out was very nice. And I thought, you know what, in this race tomorrow, where a lot of horses are coming back from a layoff, this horse has been running a couple of times. He'll have kind of like the race fitness under his belt. And I thought, even though he had been raised £9 by the handicapper, I thought he was probably the most likeliest winner and the strongest contender to win this race. So he's going to be my nap for tomorrow, and I'm hoping he can get our naps winning again. Because even though we did have one yesterday with Calm Counsellor, I was a bit frustrated with Weston Miller falling today. So hopefully that nap will run well for us tomorrow. We then go back to Nottingham for the 4:30 with a horse that we have backed a couple of weeks ago, actually, when it ran last time at Chepstow and finished third. It's called Salt Whistle Bay. It's currently around 15-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Ray Guest, and Sylvester de Souza will be taking the ride tomorrow. I think this will be quite handy jockey and trainer combination. And like I said, we did back it last time out when it finished third on Chepstow with a bit of cut in the ground. I think that day, even though it did finish third, it never really quite got into the race, and he might have been a bit quirky that day. Something might not have ticked for it, because it was going for a hat-trick after running some good performances this season. But I thought, you know what, I might give it another chance tomorrow to definitely make the frame, and I thought 15-2 was quite an attractive price to be getting stuck into this horse, and he could be potentially well back tomorrow. So he's going to be my third selection there tomorrow. Also as well, he does like a bit of cut in the ground as well. I believe he has one on soft conditions at Lingfield, so that would play to his strengths tomorrow, as I think the going at Nottingham is being described as soft. So I thought he had a good chance at 15-2 there, and he's going to be my third selection for tomorrow. Our last selection sees us go to Salisbury tomorrow, and the horse I'm going to give you here is a horse called Incredible Dream. It's trained by Dean Ivory, and conditional jockey Jack Dern will be taking £3 off tomorrow. I thought again this horse had strong form claims tomorrow, winning last time out at Chepstow on heavy ground. The going tomorrow at Salisbury has been described as heavy. This horse is run about 11-2 bookmakers at the moment, and I believe some bookmakers like Sky Bet are playing 4 places out, so it's definitely worth to do this race if you are with Sky Bet as your main bookmaker. I thought this horse had a good chance really of doing okay. Dean Ivory as well has been having another good solid season as a trainer, and I thought, you know what, Jack Dunn as well tomorrow, very capable conditional jockey, could give this horse a good ride, and also as well the way it won last time out on the heavy ground should really serve it in good stead tomorrow. And I still thought he could definitely take another step and improve after he's been taking pretty good really progress this year, this horse, even though it's 4 years old. So I thought, yeah, the progress hasn't been done with this horse, and I thought he could go and win that race tomorrow. Anyway, that's the end of my Each Way Lucky 15 predictions there. The horses that I think will run well in those races tomorrow. If you disagree with me or agree with my selections, please let your comments be known in the comments box below. I know some of you had a good day today, beating a few of my selections. So keep up the good form there if you're doing alright. Also as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel here at Lucky15. I know some of you have wanted me to do some extra videos, like when we were doing the Load Look where I was discussing debates within horse racing. I will do that. I should have a little bit of time at the end of the week to get some of those filmed in, so look out for those. Also as well, please like the videos as well for more horse racing daily content. Also as well, you can check us out on social media, on Twitter at Lucky15 if you don't follow us there already. Also as well, please gamble responsibly. I hope you don't lose too much money from my selections, even though, like I've said a couple of times recently, we are doing actually alright, so maybe it is worth following us at the moment. So that's all I've got to say really. Hope you have a good day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.